Hey y'all, welcome to the channel, Sprinkle Sprinkle. Okay, so how are y'all today? I just got back from running some errands. Just wanted to say hello. All right, so we're going to be talking the why I no longer do one-on-one consultations, because so many people keep asking me if I do one-on-one consultations. If y'all have been watching my older videos from many years ago, you'll see that I used to offer one-on-one consultations, but I no longer do that. There are several reasons why, and I'm sure you understand that one of the reasons is because too many people would want them. And another reason is I stopped doing them because a lot of people are not, I don't know how to explain this, but a lot of people don't take advice well, or there's something else wrong with them, or they're super pick-me-sha. So I figure like a lot of people really need to focus on themselves and just listen and want to do better instead of paying someone to do a one-on-one consultation with you and you're not going to listen in anyway. It gets very old quick. So the reason I don't do one-on-one consultations anymore is because a lot of women don't want to change. They want to blame everyone else and hope that you'll take their side and seeing their perspective. And then they want some magical answer on how they can get what they want without any change. So I stopped doing the consultations because people were not willing to do the work. Okay. If you look like who did it and why, you can't get your man back. If you are the biggest pick-me-sha ever, no one wants you unless they're trying to use you. This is why I don't do consultations anymore, because too many people don't want to put in work. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I don't do any consultations anymore, Miss Gia. None, because people don't want to take responsibility for themselves. And I started to teach that in some of my videos and in some of my consultations, but people want a quick, easy answer, and there is none except do the work. Okay. I had to literally hang up in people's face, cut people off, block people, because they literally were not doing the work. Okay. They were literally like just something wrong. Had their priorities in the wrong order, and they would not listen. Now, some people that got consultations did do the work, did listen, and did benefit from the information that they were given. So those were the people that took accountability to do something and change and get different results. And some of them didn't. So I pretty much say the same stuff online and on the videos, on the YouTube videos that I do in consultations. So you don't have to worry about having missed out if you didn't follow me then, because I literally tell y'all the same thing in my videos. So don't worry about that. You didn't miss out. And also wrote many books so that you can have more information at your hands. Hold on. For those of you who need a constant reminder. Without my videos, hold on. I'm going to get my books checked. These are for those who need constant reminders. These are all on Amazon, link in the description bar. This is my newest. It's a coloring book. Fun, right? The Wisdom of SheRaSeven, Daily Affirmations and Quotes. This is a good one. And Leveling Up to Your Best Life. So all my books are available on Amazon. Definitely get them. Invest in yourself. But yeah, I stopped doing consultations because people were literally having the worst issues without wanting to fix them or take accountability. I had even have like, and a lot of times I would find myself literally judging these people, and I didn't want to be nobody's judge. All right. So I had to stop, y'all. I was literally like telling people they were dumb to their face, stupid. And I just couldn't do that anymore. Okay. So I had to stop because people were just that crazy, that dumb, uh, and didn't want to change or do anything different. So had to quit. Had to quit doing the consultations. All right. Because I was fed up with some of these pygmies, some of these people that don't understand that they must make change. But at the end of the day, the videos are all here. I do have a Patreon that you can write me on privately if you join tier 2 and up. And that's the closest you're ever going to get to a one-on-one consultation. I'm going to link it here. Also, I have a mail out tier if you ever want like to get a card or a letter from me. Join the mail out tier. You can switch tiers at any time depending on what it is you want from the Patreon. But that's the closest y'all are ever going to get to a one-on-one consultation, because unless y'all ask a question here, because people they don't get it. Some people are mentally unstable and they still won't get it. Some people are not willing to do the work. And I found that it was probably best for them if I stopped doing consultations, because a lot of them would try to use the consultation as a therapy and telling all of their issues and problems. Like, I don't care. I'm trying to give you information to get this bag. I don't care what you're doing, So I think a lot of people just need someone to talk to. And a lot of people don't realize that you can't just tell people stuff that's trying to help you get a bag if you ain't trying to get no bag. Okay. So I suggested that they seek professional help, some of them, or I suggested that some of them get their priorities in the correct order, because I literally was so fed up with certain people and disgusted by certain people's priorities that I couldn't do it anymore. And y'all wonder where I get a lot of the information that I speak on? Them, okay? I know what's going on out there. I know the bad priorities that a lot of people have. I know how dumb people are. I do. Okay? Because I've talked to many of them. And if I could slap people through the phone, I would have. I promise you. Some of these people were just like, are you serious? Is that what y'all doing? Click. Don't call me no more. Don't pay for no more. I'm going to send you your money back. Goodbye. That's how terrible it was out there. And I don't know how y'all social workers do it. I don't know how y'all, whatever therapists, I don't know how y'all do it. I don't know how y'all do it, because I would be just cussing people out, hanging up in their face, slapping them. I don't know how y'all do it. He said people are cringy. But I did have positive experiences with some people that were listening. They had their priorities in the correct order. They were taking full responsibility for themselves, and they were leveled up. Those people were worth it. But them other people, ooh, I was not prepared for that, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Anyway, it was literally like I just couldn't do it anymore. And shout out to anyone who allows, one-on-one consultations still. But I am so glad that I got to a point where I didn't have to do them anymore, or didn't feel like I wanted to do them anymore, or didn't feel like it was a vital part of my, channel to do them anymore, because a lot of those people are really cuckoo. A lot of people are super cuckoo. All right. And I had to realize that these people weren't just dumb. They were just cuckoo. All right. And I was not qualified for cuckoo, ma'am. So I let them go and told them no. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Look, there's a fine line between pick Misha and cuckoo. Let me tell you, there's a fine line. There was a thin line between Pygmisha and Cuckoo. That's all I'm gonna tell y'all. Why? Because the level of desperation and the level of not taking accountability was not where it should be on a normal person. That's why. Okay. Okay. Uh-oh, Brenda, sprinkle, sprinkle. A guy took you out on a date, brought you a new iPhone, got you stuff from Ulta and Victoria's Secret, and we went to Fleming's for din. He spent about 2K so far. He dropped me off, got mad because I didn't want to kiss him. Then he ghosted me. Well, you still won, Miss Brenda. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Sounds like a win to me. He must have had some, like, I don't know, like, he must have not been the type you want to kiss, but you still win. Congratulations, sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. From the other perspective, I see why he did ghost you, because he thought that by spending money and showing you that, you know, he could spend money and that he was probably going to be a provider, that you would somehow become attracted to him. But not all women are going to be attracted to men who spend money. Okay. Not if they're not in it for the long haul, or if they're not attracted to you. A smart man would have bought you a bunch of shots and drinks, and you would have been drunk enough to kiss him. Sprinkle, sprinkle. But obviously he didn't spring for the good bottle of wine or the extra shots after dinner. Anyway, if any men are out there listening, y'all got to get shots after dinner. Okay? About 3 or 4 of them. Okay? If you want that good night kiss, you got to get that tequila. All right. Spring for the wine. Get the whole bottle. Get drinks before, and then have some after dinner shots, and you might get a kiss. You said don't give them advice. I'm just saying. They should have figured that out by now. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm not helping the men. They know what to do. They just didn't do it. What does it mean to experience deja vu a lot? Wanted to know your thoughts and if you experienced it. It means, to me, it means that you know exactly what you're doing because you already did. So keep on going. You're going in the right direction. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Yeah, if you don't want to kiss somebody, you got to lie and say you just had dental work done. That's all you got, bro. Okay. Before you even go on a date, you got to tell people, I just had some dental work done, so I can't be kissing and smooching. Or just tell him you had dental work done, and then at the end of the night when he goes in for the kiss, just turn your cheek and say, oh my gosh, I just had dental work done. My mouth is still numb, and, you know, I don't want to mess up, whatever. All right. You said you used my lip plumper excuse and it worked. Okay. Yes. Y'all got to find ways to avoid things that you don't want to do and still keep the, you know, relationship intact. Now, I would share some stories about people in the consultations, but since I'm a professional, I'm not going to spill people's tea. But I can give some information about like what types of priorities people had out of order. I can give examples of why people fail or don't get what they want in life. Okay. That's what I can do, but I'm not going to tell nobody's tea or story. But I do know that a lot of women who are poor, let me just tell y'all this. A lot of women who grew up poor with pygmy mamas have bad priorities. That's the one thing that I noticed throughout. If your mama was a pygmy, your priorities are way, way off a lot of the times, ladies. So I think and if you grow up also in poverty, or if your mama was a pygmisha, your priorities are out of order. So I think if you grew up in that type of household, you should really focus. Like if you're having problems in your life, you need to focus on getting your priorities in the correct order. That's it. Like that will help you in everything, not just your relationship, not just with attracting men that have money, but with everything. Okay, because even some of y'all in the comments are asking questions that allow me to know that your priorities are out of order. Okay, the correct order is self-preservation, self first, self first. If you have kids, you and your kids first. Okay, that's the correct priority. Not Gucci bag first, not man first, not weave first, not wig first, not shoes first. Yourself first and your kids. Your bills. Take care of home first. Because some of y'all out here spending y'all money on stupid stuff and then wondering why you got an eviction notice on your door. Like I literally had to tell people, you're stupid. Why are you out here buying stuff, trying to flex, and you got 3 months of rent due? You're dumb. That's your problem. You're just stupid. You have your priorities out of order. Something is wrong with you. So most people's problems was literally that. And you look at their social media, they're sitting over there flexing with this, and that, but got eviction notice on their door and spending money on a consultation to tell them they're stupid. That's why I stopped doing it, because these people are dumb and something's wrong with them. And I couldn't take it anymore. Okay. And there's one thing that I can't stand is a dumb person. So I would tell them, your priorities are out of order. That's why you're struggling in life. Get it together. Call me back when you get your priorities in order. Book another consultation when you do A, B, C, and D. They will book another consultation next week. Ain't nothing changed. Ma'am, is you done? What's wrong with you? You done? Thank you for all the knowledge is shared. Thank you, Sprinkle, Yolanda. Thank you, Yolanda. So get your priorities in the correct order, or else no one can help you. That's it. I missed super chat. Hold on. What does it mean? Okay, I already answered that one. How long should you wait to sleep with a provider guy? A certain amount of dates. Okay, when you no longer work or have to pay bills, or you have an option to not work or work, and you have savings, no bills. Okay, when he decides to take you fully off the market and become exclusive with you, and you no longer have to pay bills if you don't want to, you could save, you could start a business, you don't have to work no more if you don't want to. That's when. Okay, if you just want to sleep with somebody to sleep with them, I always say, if you're going to sleep with anybody, make sure they have money, because if you wake up and get up pregnant, at least they have some money. All right, don't ever sleep with nothing broke. But if you're smart, you're going to wait till all bills are paid and that they have invested a lot into you, so that they're going to most likely stick around and continue to provide. Okay. All right, sprinkle. You said, do people keep asking the same question? That's why I can answer it so quick, fast, and like I've memorized it, because I've answered it so many times. Okay. But yes, if you're still paying your own bills, you don't need to be rolling around on a mattress, no man. Okay. Sprinkle. Anyway, if you know your worth and your value and you have the right target, you won't have to do that. Okay, another reason why I stopped doing consultations is because people would not let go of the dust. Do not get a consultation with me if you're trying to get information about how to keep a dusty. And I have told people that. I don't do consultations no more. But when I did, there was so many pygmies trying to keep they dusty. I'm like, girl, that's not what I do. I'm going to tell you how to leave your dusty, but I ain't going to tell you how to keep your dusty. Okay, dusty, what you want? A life of poverty? No, ma'am. Goodbye. Click. So, yeah, I did not entertain the dust. Pygmalia's on a borderline of cuckoo, and people have their priorities all in the wrong order. That's why I stopped doing consultations, because people don't want to get it together to save their life. They don't want to get it together. So put your priorities in the right order. I'm serious, y'all. Your life will totally change. And it's not everybody's fault that they don't know better, because they may have watched their parent who had their priorities also in the wrong order. It's not everybody's fault that they're not able to do things the correct way, because they didn't know any better. Even after I told them, they didn't want to change. So sometimes it just takes a wake-up call and for people to stop dealing with you in order for you to figure it out. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And literally, you will have a lot of people will literally be hating on other people because they have their priorities in order. They will find fault with somebody because they can't get themselves in order. They will say this and they will say that because they don't have a certain type of relationship with their family or their kids. They're always going to have a lot of people with their priorities in the wrong order are often haters, and they can't ever get their life together because they don't want to change it. They don't want to change their priorities. So instead of focusing on themselves and making changes within, they focus on everyone else, and they're mad about how their lives are going because they have their priorities in the correct order. All they would have to literally do is learn and put their priorities in the correct order, and they could make, positive changes in their lives too. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, but you're 45, men want younger women. Not old man, Gargy, because what you an old one. 1 foot in the grave. Sprinkle, sprinkle, you'll be good. Set for life if you do it right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. And like when you tell people stuff like this, for example, if you're a 45-year-old woman and you're trying to date a 45-year-old man, don't ask me about no question, because I'm going to tell you to date older. If you don't want to hear that, don't ask the question, because that's what I'm going to tell you. Because you're going to be young to somebody that's way older than you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Don't nobody want to date nobody their same age. They can't impress you. Thank you, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What about men who say they will pay for more stuff once they get to know me? No, we're not doing that, baby. Baby, we're not saying you're going to pay for more stuff once you get to know me and spoil you right away. 30 years age difference. Say, well, you know what? That's great, but I don't really have time to get to know people if they're not providing. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If a man has money and he is there to impress you, he's going to impress you. He's going to impress you. If you're the one that he likes, he's not going to risk losing you. He's not going to risk you walking away. Like, dang. If he got it like that, he's going to impress you like that. I'm not getting ready to go on 18 dates with some dude for him to get to know me, when you could have been getting bills paid from day 2, day 1 from somebody else. Don't fall for that okie doke. If y'all start dismissing these dudes as quick as I tell y'all, they're either going to call back or you're going to make room for the ones that's ready to spend. Okay. And also at the same time, you're teaching them that their stupid lines and the way that they're trying to navigate this is not working. Okay. Now, if Pygmy should sit there and fall for the okie doke and go on 18 dates and still ain't got no bills paid, y'all are making it bad for the rest of us. Know what I'm saying? Because some of these dudes only want to go out to eat with women. They don't want to pay no bills. And y'all dumb enough to fall for it. If that dude is just dinner date, save him in your phone as dinner date. It's like, okay, well, I'll call you next week. We'll do dinner again. Just keep saying again. Like, it ain't going nowhere but dinner. Okay, that's fine. We'll do dinner again next week. We'll get to know each other a little bit more over dinner next week. Let him know he's dinner, and that's it. You could say it in a nice, nasty way. Okay, That's perfectly understandable. Let me know when you want to do dinner again next week. As if you got other stuff to do in between. Free meal dude, exactly. They set themselves up to be free meal dude by acting just like that. Okay. You got a dinner man and that's all we do. He does not take you shot. Girl, that's free food, ma'am. If you want to explore a new restaurant without digging at your purse, call dinner dude. Okay, you got some new clothes you want to wear out to a nice dinner spot? Call dinner dude. You want the new clothes? Call shopping dude. They already know their place. They put themselves there. All right. So, I've even done consultation for guys. Like I've had some guys try to get their woman back. And I keep telling them, you got to earn more money. And they were like, no, I know she loves me. I know we had a connection, ma'am. And I'm like, okay, sir, the connection was broken when you lost your money. That's what she wants. Get more. Women look at men as providers. If you ain't providing, then what's she supposed to do? Get on your grind. Get on your grind. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. I've helped a few men, tell them to get their money up if they want their woman back. That's just common sense over here. Thing about men is, okay, let me tell y'all. I've done consultations with women and men. Men are faster to move on. This is the sad part. They're faster to move on. They take advice a little bit better. And either they ignore the problem or they fix it. Women, however, they look every which way but the correct way first. Then, after a while, they finally realize, after everybody else done told them, and then somebody else, what's happening. It takes them a little longer because they invested too much emotionally. And they would rather think that investing emotionally has or will somehow pay off in an unfair world, but they forgot the world is unfair. A lot of women go into relationships thinking the world is fair. That was a major problem. Why a lot of women who got consultations could not understand what they were supposed to be doing. Because they were living in a fairy tale world, thinking everything was fair. And this is why a lot of women will not move on. A lot of women will be pygmisha. A lot of women will put themselves last and give more than they should because they think it's a fair world. And that's one thing that I have to keep telling women over and over. This world ain't fair. This world ain't fair. This world ain't fair. No matter how much you wish it was. Wake up. I had to keep telling them chess, not checkers. They won't understand. They still trying to play checkers. Sprinkle, sprinkle. We can't live in that fantasy world that doesn't exist. The world ain't fair, and this is chess. Better learn some strategy. All right. And a lot of women would pick up on it and they would learn it. And a lot of women have been so grateful that I have given them good information on consultations. They have literally sent me really nice gifts, really nice jewelry, large sums of money because I help them so much secure the bag. You know what I'm saying? I've had people, well, so they say, their money matched it. So I don't know if I doubt it or not. I've had people that were dating millionaires and billionaires getting consultations from me. And they would literally send me a lot of money just to talk to me about their situation. A few of them told me the names, and some of them kept it anonymous. And I'm bad with names anyway. I wouldn't have remembered anyway, y'all, unless they were super famous. So I don't remember their name anyway, John. But a lot of people paid me a lot of money to help them secure the bag. And they still send me money every month because of it. I don't even ask. They don't talk to me anymore. It's just I'm on continuous hey, because of, I guess, I helped them secure a huge bag. I don't know, but I'm thankful. Thank you, ma'am. Ma'ams. There's a couple of them. I'm not saying no name, but thank you. So I don't know, like, I'm not nosy like that. I don't Google addresses. I don't Google names. I'm just not nosy like that. You know, unless it's on my behalf, unless I got to do my research for me. I don't research other people like that. I respect people's privacy on a higher level. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just glad that everybody got what they wanted out of those situations and were able to secure the bag and the relationship and whatever they got out of it. So I'm happy to say that. You said on that auto slay. Yes. If I could ever do consultations again, I would have to literally do a pre-interview to see if you were mentally capable of understanding and accepting instruction. Because that's the one thing I didn't do when I used to do consultations. I did not assess whether the person was mentally capable or able to, you know, to do certain things. Because if your priorities, I would just have to literally eliminate a lot of people. And I don't like doing that. That's why I stopped doing it altogether. I would literally have to say, your priorities are out of order. You can't be helped because you done. But it's not their fault if that's how they were raised and they don't know any better. So that's why I continue to do this channel and give people the information. They don't have to get no consultation. That's why I have a Patreon. So if you want to privately write me something that you don't want everybody and their mama to know, that I'm on there. But like I said, on my Patreon, don't write me no long, drawn out paragraph. Just keep it down to like 3 sentences at a time. Okay. And I don't want to have to do all that. But at the same time, I won't still help people. I will still help people. So that's why I don't do consultations anymore. Too many different types of people that aren't prepared to make changes. Okay, you made a doctor in residency who supports you, won't earn full salary for 4 years. You're 22, caught him messaging multiple girls after 3 months. What do I do? You just saw a glimpse of the future. After he becomes a physician or a doctor, how many other women do you think you're going to be texting? Do you still think he's going to stick with you once he gets his full, you know, license or license to practice or whatever they be getting? You still think he wants you, or he going to level up the type of woman that he can attract? I always tell this to women who ask the same exact question. So I'm going to tell you the same thing. If you can't go bag or pull a surgeon or a doctor at the top of his game that's making money right now, what you looking like, then you ain't going to be able to keep him. If you ain't the dream woman now, you ain't going to be the dream woman then. All right. So it don't count if you can pull somebody that's still in school. It counts if you can pull them after they got their bag. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So if you can't go pull a surgeon or a doctor that's making way more money than him, you ain't got a chance to keep him. That's just the truth. Y'all have to wake up to reality. This is an unfair world, and men are men. So can you go pull a surgeon right now? Can you go pull a doctor at the top of his game making money? Then you can't keep him. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Young women for smaller town won't provide it, but there aren't any. All right, go out of town and find somebody, or go for the business owners that are single. Some of them ain't even got to be single. They'll still pay your bills. Get out of Dodge, fam. Why you still living there? You know, and you can't magically make somebody materialize in a town that does not the person don't exist there. You got to go out. Okay. You said never marry a doctor, lawyer, physician, or psychiatrist. Girl, I don't know. They're gonna have to be well grounded and leave their occupation at work if you do marry somebody like that. Because a lot of people bring their work home, or they want to analyze people, or they want to, so if they can leave their work at work, that might work. But if they can't, I don't know. Unless y'all are both in the same field, then it might work. Mm-hmm. Okay. Another reason I stopped doing consultations. Some people were using getting a consultation as therapy, or to talk about their therapist as if I'm another therapist and I'm not a therapist. So some people, and a lot of people do this, they develop crushes on their therapists. And so I would get consultations on how to get a therapist. Like, girl, how do I get my therapist to want me? Girl, how do I get my psychologist to want me? They kind of flirting with me, ma'am. All of them gonna flirt with you to get that insurance money. All right. They want you to come back. They want you to feel wanted and come back. And plus, it's very common for people to fall for their therapist. I'm not going to teach you how to get your therapist. How much do therapists even make? And why out of all the people in their, why out of all the people would they choose you? Okay. Why? You ain't special. Your insurance is special. Your hourly pay is special. Of course, they're going to make you feel wanted so you will come back. I mean, sometimes you have to open people's eyes, you know. Um, Another reason I stopped doing consultations, one of the reasons, because a lot of these women were putting their kids last. And I was not going to stand for that. I'm too much of a mother to sit on a conversation with a woman who's leaving her kids everywhere to go out with random man, to travel somewhere with a random man, leaving their kids with random people. I had to say goodbye. I am not going to be part of your ratchetness. I would literally tell them to stop being ratchet and take care of their kids, and then click. Even after they paid me. I'm like, ma'am, take care of your kids. You sound real ratchet. And click. No refunds, because that's exactly what you needed to hear. So that's why y'all know I have so many haters, so many trolls, because I would tell them the truth. Y'all don't even realize there's some of these trolls that have gotten consultations with me and I told them about themselves. That's why they go so hard in the trolling, because I told them about themselves and they didn't want to accept it. That's why I don't care. Look, some of y'all got y'all's priorities in the wrong order. Okay. I don't even know, because some people, a lot of people are anonymous when it comes to getting consultations. I don't know who I've done a consultation for or who I haven't done one for. All I know is if I tell them the truth and put them in their place, some of them feel some type of way. Know what I'm saying? So that's why I stopped doing them, because I don't want to be your judge. I don't want to tell you you're a bad mother because you're stupid for chasing men around the world and around the globe or around the country or around the city and leaving your kids everywhere. I don't want to be her. I don't want to hear what social services here. I don't want to do that. Yeah, it was more peaceful working as a mortician than doing them consultations. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Mm-hmm. Back when I was doing consultations, nobody was doing no FaceTime. Everybody was on the phone. Plus, I didn't want to see what they looked like anyway. And they would send me a pic, but I don't remember after I deleted anyway. This is what I look like. Okay, well. And then they would send me a pic, and I literally have to analyze their look. And I don't like doing that, ma'am. Then they would get mad. What's wrong with this? What's wrong with that, ma'am? Why are you paying me for the consultation? What? So I got tired of judging people, telling them they was looking like who did it and why, feeling like I was working in social service. I don't want to deal with it no more. So that's why. Anyway, is it okay to ask a man what he's looking for? If you're a pygmisha, yes, it is. It's okay if you asking a man what he's looking for, so that you can become it and be the best pygmisha ever. No, you never tell a man what they're looking for, man. You tell a man you looking for money. What are you looking for? A provider with money. No, you don't tell a man what you're looking for. If they ask you, that's different than you telling them. Like, you know what I'm saying? If they say, well, what are you looking for in a man? You tell him something very vague. I'll know when I see it. An old-fashioned provider type. Okay. That's all. I mean, that's what you're looking for, right? That way, that's what they have to become. If not, move along. Yes. You said when he insists on coffee date first, what to do? Hang it up. Hang the phone up. Delete. Tell him you don't do coffee dates. You too good. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Just because they accepted it, the next chick accepted it, don't mean you will. Let yourself stand out by keeping your standards high. I insist the coffee date is first. I insist that you go find somebody else. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. You ain't missing out, ma'am. He take everybody to coffee and saves his money. Okay. You said I say I don't like coffee, girl. I'm just saying, you know what? Call somebody else for the coffee date. And when you want to actually impress a woman, then maybe you can suggest something else. But a coffee is not impressive to me, sir. And I don't leave my house for a man to not impress me. That's what you need to tell them. These men these days think they're the prize, and you gonna get up and get dressed, put on your makeup, do your hair, put on some nice perfume, some nice shoes, and go sit down for some bean juice. That makes you look stupid. Exactly. How dumb do you look for doing all that for some bean juice? You look stupid, right? That's a humbling mechanism when a man asks you for coffee. That's humbling. I don't do coffee, sir. If you ain't here to impress, bypass. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. If you want to be nice, nasty, though, let me give you a nice, nasty technique. So If they say, "Oh, do you want to do coffee?" It's like, "Oh my gosh, you can lie, just lie." It's like, "Oh my gosh, I used to work in a coffee place. I used to be a barista." Oh my gosh, you have no idea what they do behind the counter in those coffee places. Oh my gosh. I ain't never been no barista, but you can sure lie and make it seem like their date is not impressive and that you've already seen the ins and outs and in betweens of a coffee shop. And it's not in any way going to impress you, but literally bring you back the nostalgia of working there, which is not very romantic. So if you want to be nice, nasty, use that. Thank you, Emily. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Good morning, Shira. Looking preppy. Oh, thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I appreciate that. Thoughts on the microwave man? I don't know what that is, but if you explain it to me, maybe I'll figure it out. I don't know what that is. What's that? Okay. You said coffee is free in some places. Yes, in the bank. I mean, that's another nice, nasty way to go to on a coffee date. It's like, oh, I know where they have the best coffee and pull up to a bank. Walk in, they'll be like, hi, may I help you? Yes. Where's your coffee? Oh, by the way, we're right next to the ATM. If you want to impress me, there it is. Sprinkle, sprinkle, because coffee's not it. Okay. You said Capital One has cafes? Okay, Miss Megan. Good to know. Go to the bank for some coffees. You said we demand Megan Fox robot. Well, get your money up. At least you'll have some goal to save for. I think that's a good distraction. It'll make y'all have a goal in order to save up for something and work towards something. If you know you got a guarantee, and hopefully you can afford the maintenance fees as well. Dudes be driving around in a raggedy car, but talking about they finna buy a robot. Can't keep a job, but they finna buy a robot that probably has maintenance fees and stuff. Y'all go ahead and give y'all something to aim for financially. That might help you make better financial decisions in your future if you have a goal. I'm all on board with it. Okay. Men will work for their dream woman. I'm telling you. If that don't tell you that, I don't know what does. A man will literally work, save, take out loans for his dream woman. If his dream woman is a robot, that's what he gonna work for. Okay. If a man is willing to do all of that for a robot, because that's his dream woman, imagine what he would literally do for a living dream woman that he can take home to his mother or who could have his kids. Imagine what they would do. They would do the most, right? If you got a dusty bum willing to, level up his finances and create financial intelligence and a financial goal to secure a robot dream woman, imagine what a man would do for a real dream woman. You see, broke man will save and scrunch for a woman that can't leave them, a woman that can't say no, and a woman who will uh, respect them at any level of poverty. A woman that can't say no. That's what Dusties want in a woman because it's a guarantee. So they will save up for their dream woman. Okay. But before that was even an option, they were getting passports. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So either way, as long as you understand you still got to spend money and save money for your dream woman, that's all that I'm here to teach. All right. Who said AI pick me robots? Girl, I think it's a good distraction and a good way to teach Dusties how to save money. I really do. Okay. It may even boost their self-confidence and self-esteem enough to want to do the same for a real woman in the future. I mean, you got to have a practice chick to boost that self-esteem. You know, it's easy for women because we can go get another one, have two on the side, plus one paying the bills, one taking us shopping, one taking us to eat. It's harder for men to do that. So if they have an inanimate object to make them feel like they have high self-confidence enough to go get some real money, so be it. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. We know why they really want them, but we don't care. Let them do it for free. You said practice, exactly. Now they don't have access to women. That's good. Can I say I'm in a relationship with a man who pays all my bills, but he is married? Can you say that? To who? Who you trying to say it to? Okay. Male loneliness is at its peak. Just get your money up, fellas. Or buy a robot. Okay. How do you make your provider boyfriend feel appreciated? The words thank you go a long way. The words I appreciate you go a long way. The words what would I do without you go a long way. Bragging on them to your family and friends goes a long way if they're doing what they're supposed to do. Mm-hmm. Okay. What? Yeah. Do you do your own makeup? Yes. How do you get him to take what? You on a shopping date? Ask him. Or have a dinner date at a restaurant that's very near a shopping center or a mall. And then say, oh, you know what? Let's go for a walk after. And then go walking through the shopping center or the mall. Then start pointing at stuff, drag them into one of the stores. Let's see what happens. Okay, so another reason why I no longer do consultations. Um, okay, some people cannot get over the fact that they were broken up with. Like some people could not get over their ex. And until you could get over somebody, you can't really move on or level up. So a lot of women did not want to let go of their past because whoever they were with maybe brainwashed them and told them that they couldn't do any better, or they felt like that was supposed to be their man or their soulmate or some stupid stuff, and they couldn't move on. And even though the man had already moved on once or twice, the woman was still stuck mentally and couldn't move on because of either brainwashing, culture, being a pygmy, whatever it was. Like I couldn't help certain women because they chose to stay in that state of mind. Um, but I do feel that a lot of those women who were stuck finally got the picture and they may have moved on by now, hopefully. I was scrolling through one of the social medias and I saw that someone had stolen a clip from one of my videos where I was talking about this lady who was holding on for 9 years for an ex to return. She said it had been 9 years and he had gone off to get married and had 4 kids already. And she still got hope he's going to return. I was like, ma'am, you joking, right? This is a prank, right? But she was literally not moving forward. So I told her, look, he ain't coming back, ma'am. I'm telling you now, he ain't coming back. Move on. But she believed that he was coming back. So you can't help certain people, ma'am. You can't help certain people. And that's why one of the reasons I stopped doing consultations, because people there's something wrong with them. Okay. Okay. You sure that gave that man all the confidence he needed to stay away from her? Are you sure that gave her? Yeah. If you're sitting over there waiting for somebody to come back to you after 9 years, you're gonna look real dumb. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Another reason I stopped doing consultations is because people would start talking about stuff that wasn't about leveling up or getting the bag or whatever. And I'm not trying to make friends with people. I'm not trying to talk about nothing else. I'm talking about what we need to talk about, and I'm getting off the phone. Okay, it ain't social hour. Some people were crossing boundaries, and I don't do that. I keep it professional. Sprinkle, sprinkle. My time is my money, my energy. So we ain't talking about what you need to talk about. The call is over. Click. Okay. Thank you, Patricia. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How to handle betrayals and lies and how to confront them in a feminine way. We have a child together. Okay. I don't know where you live, but do they have child support? That's one way. Okay. Understand people aren't perfect. They're going to lie. They're going to betray. But that child support check come every day on the same day every month. Every month on the same day. Okay. Put them on child support. There's your answer. Collect money. He's not going to change. If he's your same age or close to your same age, he's going to make mistakes. I can tell you're young. Get another one with more money. Collect child support from that one. The reason why I'm telling all this is because y'all know that's the answer. Deep down inside, y'all know that's the answer. He ain't going to do right if he didn't do right already. And y'all got a child together. You ain't his wife. Just collect the money and go get a better one. That's literally it. He ain't perfect. Understand that. Don't try to make him perfect. He ain't never going to be perfect. If you would have won, he would have got down on one knee, married you, and became your husband. So get another one. Put him on child support. If y'all treat baby daddies like this from the start, there might be less of them. Okay? Some of y'all got these men out here not on child support and still pining behind them. Get you another one. The faster you move on, the better you're going to do in life. Okay? Be the prize. Not the baby mama that's still waiting. Okay? A lot of y'all baby mamas need to hear that. Be the prize and not the baby mama that's still waiting on a man who don't want him. He said, listening to Shira was the reason for me to heal. Realized in today's time, dating these men should be based around around money to get something productive, or all of it is the woman being taken advantage of. That's the truth, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you are not dating with purpose and dating a man that can add to you, you're wasting your time. Literally. I always tell young girls, have your fun when you're young. Don't get pregnant. Don't lay down with nothing broke. But when you over the age of like 23, 24, you need to be focused on the lifestyle and the money, because all men are going to try to do is use you and lie to you and do all those things until you wake up out of it. And a lot of men don't even know how to love or value a woman. So they don't even know that they're doing wrong most of the time. They don't know because they didn't have nobody to teach them either. So a lot of times these men don't even understand what love is, or they don't understand what a provider is. So how can they even become one if they don't know what one is? So you got to teach them. You're a provider. I'm not being with you unless I'm benefiting, period. Next. Okay. All right. You say you can't get to the money because you ain't getting to the second date or the second phone call. It's always first. Are you beating these men online? Stop meeting men online. I don't know, Mary. Are you meeting them online or are you meeting them in real life? Is it a genuine connection where a man crosses a room to introduce himself to you and ask you on a date or ask you for your phone number, or are you meeting these guys online? You got to meet people in real life in order to have a better, you know, connection. Meet people in real life to have a better connection. Um, you said you wish I still did consultations? Yeah, I can't do it, ma'am. I would have to charge thousands of dollars because that's how much I would need to be compensated for dealing with some of these people today. And they still might get hung up on or cussed out. Okay, so no, I'm not doing it myself no more. Although if I did raise the price to a higher level, it may get rid of some of the weirdos or the ones that have their priorities in the wrong order. I may have to think about it. If I raise my price, maybe it'll get rid of the riffraff, as they say. Because I used to charge like 150. Then it went up to 200, and then after that I was done because people would literally use their crazy check to get a consultation. And I knew it. I knew something was wrong with them because they try to get every consultation at the same time every month because I knew their check had just come in. Like, no, we ain't gonna do this. I ain't finna take your crazy check. Keep it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So, and sometimes I would literally ask them because that's how bad it got. I was like, "Do you get one of them checks?" They're like, "Yo." I'm like, "I knew it." So I got to raise the price. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If I ever do it again, I would have to raise the price to get rid of some people. All right. Oh, here on Earth, sprinkle, sprinkle. Uh, change more, charge more. If I ever do it again, the price gonna be super high. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, imagine going to the job interview asking for more than the CEO makes. Great advice. Why would you even be in a job interview if you already know your worth? You have your own business. Sprinkle, sprinkle. But see, if I charged a certain type of fee, then you have even more haters. She was charging thousands of dollars or $1,000 for a consultation. Da, 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 da. They gonna still be mad. The haters that can't afford it, they're gonna still be mad. Or the haters that can't charge that high, they're gonna still be mad. Then they're gonna be like, "Oh, she's scamming people." Man. No, no, ma'am. I'm getting my value and my worth for my time. Sorry, you don't have the same value. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, exactly. Crazy people can be both poor and rich. You are absolutely correct. But the ones that's rich be medicated and they actually take their meds, and you can tell. They be talking real fast. Believe me, I know the difference. I've been on the phone with broke, poor, addicted. Some people even been homeless, paying for a consultation. How you gonna be homeless and paying for a consultation? I've heard it all. That's why I stopped doing it. Sure, your mom is young but wants to provide, or your man is young but wants to provide. He just not there yet. Should I move on or find an already built man? That depends on how you want to live. You want to wait to live good, or you want to live good now? Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Thank you for all the knowledge. Thank you. Uh, that depends on what you want in life. I'm not getting ready to wait on people. I mean, you can wait on yourself and become successful. Why you need to wait on somebody else? If you don't have the type of lifestyle you want already as a woman, you can literally go and get it like this from someone who already does. Why would you wait on him to get his life together when you could just get your life together and just go get somebody already got their life together? That's my question. Why would you that's like making cheese. You got to wait for that cheese to mold and ferment and all this kind of stuff, and you just go get some cheese from the store. The heck? What do you want? You want to build and grow cheese, or you want to eat cheese? Which one you want? What you want? You rarely meet your target in freestyle in the heights. How do I up the number of men that meet the target? And you got to go where the targets are. You're looking, what's your target? Old man? You got to go where old men hang out, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. On a rich side of town. The heights is where young people hang out. You got to go where the old money is. Old River Oaks. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Go where the old money reside. That's the new money. Old money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Go to breakfast and go to brunch in River Oaks. There you go. Thank you, Emily. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You want a divorce? Okay, you want to divorce resident who message other girls? Okay. Okay. I think you made a typo. But you have nowhere to go. Parents don't want you back. What to do? Don't think I'm pregnant. Okay. Okay, ma'am. No matter who you run to next, they're going to be texting other girls. The world ain't fair. Most men are going to be texting other girls. You going to run to the next one that's going to be texting other girls too? What you going to do? Why ain't you texting other men? Stop playing fair in an unfair world. Oh my gosh. He's texting other women. Mom, help. Girl, you could text other men. Because as soon as you find another man, he gonna do the same thing. So what you doing? The world ain't fair. Get some money out of it. Upgrade your wardrobe. Upgrade your vehicle. Do something. Because they're gonna text who they want to text, just like you can too. Who told y'all that men were perfect? I don't know who lied to y'all. But they will pay for forgiveness. I know that. So many women, I can't stay with somebody doing that. Okay, well, that's why you gonna hop from man to man, because ain't none of them gonna be faithful to you. If you look at a man and say, okay, you're supposed to be perfect, 100% faithful, don't text nobody, you better tie him up and lock him up in your basement. Otherwise, you're gonna be running from man to man to man, looking for the one that's perfect, and you ain't never gonna find them. But if you're looking for money, you will find that. That's easier to find than a perfect man, I promise you. If they rich, they don't have a problem with getting what they need. Exactly. And yeah. And another reason why I stopped doing consultation. Thank you for reminding me, Emily. Women like Miss Emily, and not to say that you're because you're young and you don't know any better, but women like Miss Emily who would get consultations and they be mad because their husband cheated or they wanted to divorce and run away. 2 months later, after they did that, now they're asking me how to get them back. Well, I want to go back. How do I get them back? Ma'am, all men are going to do what they're going to do. Stay where you get paid. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Because you're gonna turn around and go right back. Because the next one gonna do the same thing. Just collect your money. Start businesses. Grow. And text whoever you want. There ain't nothing you're gonna be able to do about other people. And the faster people realize this, the faster they wised up and stopped running. I taught them how to make those things work in their favor to where they got the bag, leveled up even more, got their upgrades, maybe even got something on the side. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. I was proud of the ones that listened. They like, girl, I listened to you. I went back, got my money. He's paying for me to go back to school. I'm dating some dude on the side. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Good for you, ma'am. Instead of being weak and running away, thinking the world was supposed to be perfect, you deal with what you got in front of you. Make it do what it do. Mm-hmm. You said, yes, that's me right now. Okay. I know that's right. Get it. There's always, without fail, a Dusty in your chat. Like, get a job, girl. They're secretly here learning how to get dust free, but they don't want to acknowledge it. Maybe they're getting the motivation to get up off their butt and actually go become a man. I don't know. Oh, Zammy the homie, sprinkle, sprinkle, or is it Zomi the homie? Advice on for a 54-year-old man. Okay, you 36. He's former football player. Okay, current executive in the same league, but he's not generous. Girl, they on a fixed income. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And see, a lot of those football players have a big ego. Like you're supposed to give it up for free because they used to play, play with balls and with men with tights on. But you got to realize they no longer on the field. You got to treat them like an average, everyday person. You got to break that ego. Call them the wrong name. Say, didn't you used to play? Call it on the wrong team. Didn't you used to play for that one team? What was your number? Give them the wrong number, the wrong team, and the wrong name. So I don't know. I don't watch football anyway. Treat them like a normal person. Bring that ego down a little bit, because you probably don't even know what team they play for real, unless they got stuff hanging up everywhere in their office. If they do, then you can't really use that one. But just treat them like a normal, average, everyday person. Don't even talk about how they were a football player. Who cares? Treat them average. If they're not spending money, they might as well be below average. Okay, they're not generous. Then why are you giving them special treatment? But don't give him no special treatment unless he starts, putting out some money. You said you done with American men. Too many PTSD triggers anyway, girl. I don't even know, like, what they triggered by. Say what? Okay. You said why finance guys are mostly stingy. I don't know. Maybe they count every penny. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said American men act like women. So that song American Woman is really about American men. Who'd have thought? He said, why do men lie so much about being married? First of all, they don't want to be married. Second of all, they want to still date. I mean, it's not rocket science. Okay. If you were a man, why would you lie about being married? All right, then. There go your answer. You don't want to be and you still want to date. There you go. That's the answer. Okay. But Dusty is always saying women only want him for his money. What money? Exactly, Sylvia. His little chump change. Mm-hmm. He said, how are not people scared to get caught? Because they're with Pygmishas and Barbara the Builders, man. A lot of those men who cheat are with women that are with them just to say they got a man. A lot of the men that are out in the bar cheating are with women with low self-esteem, so they know they ain't going nowhere. A lot of the men that are in the bars coming on to women who are actually married don't care if they woman catch them or not. You get it? They don't care. Why? Because they don't want to be married. Why? They about done. They're willing to risk it all because they're willing to move on. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Uh-oh, Laura Fitz, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you for the super sticker. Have y'all not realized this? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What if a man act like he likes you, but then doesn't initiate and says he is busy and has his own business? Okay. Acting like he likes you ain't the same as asking you out on a date and paying for stuff. That's not the same thing. Okay. I act like I like people all the time that I don't. That don't mean nothing. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you ain't spending money, you don't like me. Is he spending money? He said he's acting. That's right. If ain't no money spent, then don't even pay no attention. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Some men act like they like you to get favors from you so they can see the pick come out of you so that you could pursue them and they can get some more out of you and benefit from you. Okay. Y'all got to understand the game. Hey, Shira, can you do a video on single moms, new single and want provider husbands? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Leave your kids out of it. Date and choose the one that's has the best background check and the most money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's literally it. Okay. A lot of these men should get into theater with the way that they could act. Okay, XYZ for real, huh? Okay, Zoe the homie. Is there anything that would make you interested in one-on-one again? So yeah, a high price. Sprinkle, sprinkle. But see, what comes with that is if people aren't satisfied with the one-on-one consultation, they're going to be mad. They're going to say, well, it wasn't worth it. Then they're going to make a whole video about it in this day and age. So that's why I don't no longer do it, because people are too much in their feelings. And a lot of people don't realize that time is money. You know, so I don't think anything would make me want to do one-on-one again because of how people are in this day and age. That's one of the reasons. Unless I have paperwork involved, or you have a confidentiality clause where you can't talk about the reading or the consultation, or if I had legal papers for y'all to sign and charged a phenomenal fee, that might be the only way. And I don't think y'all want to go through all that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Is going to upscale galas, fundraisers to meet men a smart idea? I've been signed up for a few. Any advice for when I go? Yes. If you go to the ones during the daytime, if there's any during the daytime, you're more likely to find single men or men with lots of money who don't really have to go somewhere and clock in. Go to the ones that aren't around the holidays, because most of those are couples. So go to the ones that are more conventions. You're going to find more guys that have businesses or money. If you go to the galas and stuff, you're more likely to find couples unless they're honoring someone, or if there's a speaker or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I tell people to join the Rotary Club on the rich side of town, because you're constantly being invited to events with speakers, with like people that have lots of money, lawyers, politicians, motivational speakers, authors, and all this kind of stuff. And a lot of people who go to see those types of people usually have some money or involved in their community or the Rotary Club or whatever, volunteering and all this kind of stuff. Join your Rotary Club in the rich zip code. So get on your Google search or whatever search you use. Type in richest zip code in your city. Then find that zip code's Rotary Club and go join. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And you'll be invited to lots of events weekly. And the more they see you, if you attend the meetings and if you attend the events, the more they see you, the more that they're more likely to come up and talk to you and get to know you. It can. They always have like a happy hour like every week. You said also social clubs that have members that have to pay an annual fee. Those two. You said also Chamber of Commerce. Oh, thank you. Okay, so Jasmine says also Chamber of Commerce events in the rich areas. Yes, sprinkle, sprinkle. If you have money, like a lot of ladies that have money and they want to meet men with money, a lot of times if you're a private client with your bank, they also have events and things like that that you can attend. Okay. What about going through phones? What about it? Who's going through phones? Pick Misha. If you're not going through phones to cash app yourself, you done. What you doing? What you looking for? An excuse? You know you're gonna find something. Are you prepared to find something? What you looking for? Unless you're trying to get money off of what you're looking for, there's no need to go through the phone. If your man ain't got no money to level up your car, your wardrobe, or your lifestyle, leave his phone alone, because you're just gonna don't just be mad at yourself. Thank you, Carla. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you ain't trying to leave or get paid off of going through his phone, leave the phone alone. I say this all the time. If you ain't trying to get paid from looking through that phone, put it down. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Carla, for being a member. You said the less you know, the better. Exactly. Okay, last question. 36. Youngest I should date. Okay, you're 36. The youngest you should date. I would say I'm always going to tell you to go 15 years older. Okay, because a man's maturity level is not going to be as high as a woman's. Never. His money might be, but his maturity level is not. So if you consider yourself an intelligent woman, you need to date 15 years older than yourself in order to be even intellectually stimulated or equal to whoever you date. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Date somebody that can teach you something and level you up, not somebody that's going to give you a headache. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Met a guy at the golf course. Okay. He rich. He give you crazy tips. And 1,000, he asked me, and $1,000. Okay. He asked you out yesterday. Says that he has ED. You're so confused. What should I do? Okay, he's trying to make you not scared that he wants some. He just want to be seen in public. What he's telling you is that he don't want none because he can't even get none, but he will spend some. That's goals right there, man. Goals. So you don't want none, but you gonna spend some. Jackpot. That's the payer we was looking for. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Girl, y'all, you seen the movie Baps? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Jackpot. How to get money from a man without having to go to the golf course and find the man with the white hair. There you go. Ain't got to give it up because he can't get it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How do some women just ask for money flat out and get it, and some men get offended because they got the right targets? Some women don't have the right target. You got to look 10 times better than that man. They got to like you way more in order for you to get the money. Some of y'all date for looks. Some of y'all dating too close to your same age and y'all can't get nothing. Y'all got to date somebody that actually worships you and they'll give you whatever you need. That's the correct target. If they're dang near worshiping you, that's the right target. If they're not, wrong target. That's why a lot of women are literally afraid to ask because they know they got the wrong target. They know the answer might be no. If you think the answer might be no, you know you got the wrong target. If you know the answer gonna be yes, you ain't afraid to ask. You ain't afraid to say nothing because you know the answer is gonna be yes because you chose the correct target. Y'all got to start choosing the right targets. So it doesn't, and some of y'all women don't realize that's not the only one you need to be with. If that's not your dream man, you can have him and him and him. As long as they all got money, you can find a generous one that's paying, one that's rich just in case, one that you like, but they all need to have money. Two might not be spending, but as long as one is, you still winning. Okay. You could date one for status, one for looks, as long as they all have money. One for generosity. Y'all keep thinking y'all only got one option and one choice. No, you gotta date several. I mean, you don't have to sleep with none of them either. If you smart, you'll know how to get. You'll know what to do. Okay. Go to the rich side of town. That's where the rich men are. Join rich activities. That's rich people activities. Join some rich activities. Back in the springtime and in the summer, I joined a pickleball club. I went in there, ain't nothing but nice cars, surgeons, doctors, lawyers, business owners, and right in the middle of the day when everybody's at work, these men are in there playing pickleball. Parking lot looked like a luxury vehicle dealership. Go join a rich tivity. Okay, that's where you're gonna meet rich people. Anybody you talk to up in there gonna have some money. Anybody, especially the men that look like they got the money. If you sit in the parking lot and watch people go in and see what car they got, and then you go into the club, then you know who to aim for. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's that easy. Okay. That Mm-hmm. You said it's hard when you're breastfeeding. Then, ma'am, wait. Why y'all out here trying to date and you still breastfeeding? Wait. This is why I said priorities, ma'am. Priorities. Priorities. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Wait till your kid get in kindergarten. Then you can start dating. Some of y'all be trying to date when y'all still barely just had a kid. Look, wait till them kids are in school and you got all day. And I'm not trying to judge you, ma'am, but be patient. The answer to your problems is the order of your priorities. Put them in the correct order. Let me tell you why. No man is going to ever respect you if you out there dating while you still breastfeeding. I'm just going to tell you the truth. Some of y'all need to hear this. Because if I was a man, I'm not respecting you if you out here trying to date men and you still breastfeeding. What does that tell me about you? You have bad priorities. Okay, goddess, sprinkle, sprinkle. If a guy tells me he likes having women as friends and wants me to lose weight, should I take him seriously? Girl, I'm not listening to no man that's telling me something if he can't pay my bills. Basically, he just called you fat and friend zoned you. Why are you asking this question? He just called you fat and friend zoned you. All right? He just called you fat and friend zoned you. If that's not a wake-up call, I don't know what is. A lot of times women live in fantasy land. If a guy tells me he likes having women as friends and wants me to lose weight, should I take him serious? He just said he wants to be realistic. So he told you that you're too fat and that you are friend zoned. Are you asking me if he's being serious about calling you fat and friend zoning you, or is there hope in the future for a relationship if you lose weight and accept all the other women in his life as his friends, and maybe one day you'll have your chance? Are you telling me that your self-esteem is that low? No, that ain't right, ma'am. I'm sorry. I have to tell you the truth because I don't think anybody else will. That is strumming your pick-me strings. That man is too nice to tell you he's not interested. Some men are actually too nice to tell you you're not my type and I'm not interested. Maybe there's something that he's benefiting from you being in his life that he doesn't want to cut all ties. But he just told you, no, it ain't happening. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So the best thing you could do in this situation, let me tell you, because I don't want to leave you upset. So I'm going to tell you what I would do if that were me. It's like, okay, that's all right. You're not really my type either. I like men with more money. Then go find one with more money, even if they're old. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Best thing you can do is level up on him with a man with more money. If you can do that, he'll want you at any size, ma'am, because he already know. He lost. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. Just go find you an old man with some money. He might like a little meat on his bones. Okay. Okay, just go level up on him anyway, girl. He's not serious about nothing but being too nice to you because he doesn't want to lose whatever type of benefits he's getting from him knowing you. I'm not, if a man did that to me, I would just laugh in his face and go level up on him. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said men complain about high maintenance and then go chase it? Of course. You think they telling y'all the truth? They tell y'all they don't like all of that. They're lying. They like it. They just can't afford it. Okay. You said skinny hurts. No. All right. All right. Okay. So some of y'all, look, some of y'all were telling me to watch 90 Day Fiance years back, and I never did until recently, right? If you ever want to see a pick Misha at their worst, go watch 90 Day Fiance. Because if you see some similar traits within yourself that some of these women have who are trying to bring people over from different countries and looking like who did it and why and being super pick Misha, y'all will see some familiar traits within those people that you have in yourself. If you see anything similar, you know you a pick Misha. Uh-oh. Thank you. Okay, you said you're dating an old rich man. Okay, he pays for travels and all costs, and he's giving you extra. He is planning to buy a land for you. Okay, we got to visit next month, but he started saying you cost him money. I want to secure the land. Okay, it's okay that you cost him money. What you supposed to be free? Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's like, oh, I know, but it's worth it, isn't it? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You supposed to cost money, ma'am. You're a woman. That's common sense. It's like, oh, that's so funny. Yes, I know. Oh, but it's worth it. I know I cost money, but it's worth it, right? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said most men change what they like as they go. They sure do. Because after they finish that starter wife and that barber the builder, they on to the next. Even though you'll have these dudes on podcasts or on, TikTok or Instagram talking about they want a woman to be their piece. They want a woman to help build. And as soon as that woman helped build them and they can't take full credit for building themselves, they on to the next chick who don't know that they were built by a woman. So a man wants different types of women at different phases in his life. Don't be the starter wife. Don't be the barber the builder. If you see a man talking that rigmarole, he's probably young and trying to build up faster so he can get to his real type. So that's why I don't listen to them dudes. I ain't listening to no man under 40 because all they want is a starter wife and a barber the builder. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And they realize they supposed to have made it 40 and up. That's when they start making more sense. If they actually have the money and the career to get the type of woman they want, they actually start making more sense in their mid 40s. You listening to anything, like, unless they've already made it very successful, in this world, until they're about 40, 45, they're not going to take relationships seriously. They're not going to want to 100% provide for a woman and probably get married until they're over the age of probably 45. Everything else under that is playing. Okay. Everybody else beneath that age range, as far as men are concerned, are playing. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you ain't over the age of 45, as a man, no woman is literally taking you seriously unless they're stupid. Okay. I didn't say they were perfect. I didn't say it was going to be perfect at 45. I just said that's when you could start literally listening to them and getting some type of, reality check. Because after the age of 45, they start going into that midlife crisis zone. Oh, Jazzy C, sprinkle, sprinkle, your advice, self-care, esteem building, finding peace. Yes. Thank you, girl. Okay. Self-esteem, main character energy. Okay. You're the main character of your life. Act like it. Everybody else is co-stars and extras. Finding peace. Don't care what people think. Do what you got to do. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. What do you do when a 44-year-old provider acts controlling and jealous? There's two things you can do. You could get even more conceited and arrogant on them and be nice, nasty with them. Like, I've answered this question so many times, but you could say, I know I'm all that. I know I'm a lot to lose. That's why you should invest even more in me and buy me the things that I want and the gifts that I want and upgrade my vehicle so that nobody else can take me away from you. I know you're a little insecure because you know I can go out and do better, but that's why you're supposed to lavish me with luxuries. Then you won't have to be so insecure all the time. You could tell them straight up like that because that's the truth. Uh-oh, nice girl. For a middle class, how much is okay for monthly allowance? Enough to pay them bills, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So you remember, you can always have more than one. So if you can get them bills paid, if you can have more than one, you good. You good, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. They don't have to know about the other one. What excuse can you use as to why I am there if I want to meet men at conventions? You live in Vegas. Girl, everybody go to the conventions in Vegas. They say you there with a friend who's in the business. They wandered off. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I was the plus one, my cousin up in this business. They wandered off. They talking business to somebody. I don't know where they went. They probably in the bathroom. Lie. All right. All right, all right. So sprinkle, sprinkle. You say you only picking the money. I know that's right. That's what I'm doing. Okay, so I think I was getting ready to answer a question, but I stopped. Hold on. Uh, I don't know what question I was asking anyway. Okay, the jealous men question. Yeah, stop being so paranoid that you're gonna lose me and try to figure out how to keep me. Tell them that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Women who accept men being jealous are not gonna solve the problem. And you need to call out the problem, present the solution, and if he can't provide you with the solution, then you're gonna take action. Okay. So you're gonna say, stop being so jealous. There's nothing more unattractive than an insecure man. Such a turn off. You know, sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, how can you learn to not be so disrespectful to men? Look at them as children. A lot of women actually have to do that. Why? Because, like I said, if you're dealing with men who are your same age, you're probably dealing with a childlike mind anyway. Because women are 10 years more mature mentally than men. So you got to just treat them like some kids. All right. How do we make them work for our number to prevent being easy while freestyling at happy hours? Talk to them and say, "Oh well, you know what? I'll be back." Like you got to make your rounds. So talk to them for a couple of minutes. It's like, you know what? I'll be back and we can talk a little bit more. So when they try to get your number, if they try to get it at the beginning of the conversation or right away or just after one drink, it's like, oh my gosh, you know what? I'll be right back and we can talk about this further. And then, or you could say, okay, well, we'll see at the end of the night and at the end of the conversation. Make them work for it, ma'am. Because a lot of guys just want to see if they can get your number and then they're on to the next chick. All right. You got to make them wait to the end of the night to see if they're worthy of it. Okay. And they might pay the whole tab, try to get that number if they really want it. And if they do, they probably going to use it more. Likely they're going to use it versus just trying to see if they can get numbers. Because a lot of men just go out to see if they can get the number. They don't want to use a number. But if they got to work for it and try to impress you and get it, pay the tab at the end of the night, they've invested so they might use it. Mm-hmm. Most likely. You said behind every man is a little scared bear, a child. This mindset shift helps so much. Protect yourself. Yes, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's how I have to start looking at it, ladies. Once you start looking at men as children, it's a whole other ballgame. You see a lot more. It's like, okay, I see their angle. Especially if you're a mother, and you'll see very similar traits in children as you do in men, and it's easy to clock them because, like I said, women are way more mature mentally because we're nurturers. We deal with children. We're multitaskers. We're literally supposed to be the most responsible. Da, 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 da. We're in charge of so much. We can see stuff. We're more aware intuitively than men are, so we're able to see more. So just treat them like kids. Get out of your emotions and start to view your problems from a higher perspective as a mother. Then you can see how mature your man is, how childish he is, what he's lacking, what he's trying to do. It's very easy. And then you can shift back into wife or girlfriend mode and handle the problem. Okay. He said he don't shower at night. How do you get him to use wipes at night so we can have, girl? If I don't even want him, if I don't even want him. He said he's rich and generous, girl. Count your blessings and roll over and go to sleep. And don't do nothing with him, girl. The less you do, the more you're gonna get anyway. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you really want it that bad, ma'am, just run him a bath. It's like, I made you a bubble bath. Get him a little whiskey. Set the glass next to the bathtub. Put some Epsom salt in it for his aching bones. You said he's old. All right. Tell him to get in. He gonna think you think he's special, but really he's stank. All right. Oh, nice girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Dating is not accepting in your country. Okay. So you have been in 3 bad unsafe marriages. How should I explain this to next guy in the US? You're in the US, but don't lie. Okay. Then start lying. You in the US, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. The home of the lies. Okay, but if you don't want to lie, it's none of their business of your past. Okay. It ain't none of your business, ma'am. I mean, it's none of their business. Excuse me. Your past is not their business. All right. So you don't have to tell them anything. You don't want to. You could even lie and say they died, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Tragic accident. I don't know. You said, okay, the home of the lies. Y'all know it's true. Why deny it? Just tell them that they went off to another country, or there was an accident. I don't know. Just lie. Just say that or just don't even say you've been married before. Who cares? Just tell them you ain't never been married. They don't care. Lie, 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 lie. You in America now, man, you can lie. It's just, it's a rite of passage. How to make a cute guy like you. Be 10 times cuter. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. You said Texas Southern Belle. You know what? I read in a comment, they said, someone said that if you're promoting telling people to tell people to lie and to do this, this, and that, that's sociopathic tendencies. Okay, so is America. You live in America, you probably a sociopath. All right. Mm-hmm. You said how to not be abusive towards men. Just focus on their money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, you said all the news stations in America are sociopaths. Exactly. Y'all act like y'all try to, a lot of people try to label everything. If you got to label everything, you got to label yourself too. Remember that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Okay, what? How about rich and successful and smart men, yet between the ages of 26 and 35? Playthings. Okay. Playthings. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Not to be taken seriously. You can put them on the roster, but they probably not going to be there to stay. Okay. Someone said abuse that wallet. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, you said you speak facts with humor. Well, I thank you. But a lot of people know, that this is common sense already. But I guess when people talk about it and discuss it, makes it make more sense. Since 43-year-old is basically 33 mentally, I think I'm better off. Okay, yeah. Um, I think I saw that they said that men are not emotionally mature until the age of 43. Literally, they're not emotionally mature until the age of 43. That means a lot of you ladies who are dealing with men who are younger, who are always saying they're not emotionally available to me, they don't care, they're not emotionally attached. What if they don't have feelings? That's because they don't have the capacity to until they're 43 and up. So that's why I say focus on the money, man. You dealing with something young, they're not going to act right. They don't know how to act. Just get the money. Okay. You don't argue with no man if they're not even emotionally mature enough. What you arguing for? You arguing with a child. That's why you got to look at it from a different perspective. They're not mentally, emotionally stable until 43. So what are you sitting there doing? You wasting time. Get the money. Okay. You said you were talking to a 47-year-old and they're still immature. Yes, some still haven't matured, or they haven't learned, or they're just learning. Imagine just learning how to, deal with emotions the proper way at 43. It's going to take you some years. So, just get the money, man. You're going to be wasting time trying to get somebody to understand you emotionally who can't even do it. Okay. Mm, 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 mm. You said make young men pay for your maintenance. Okay. Uh, just because a man is able to reach emotional maturity doesn't mean he's going to act like that. It's just that he's capable of it at that point. Okay. Should you accept cheating for the money? Girl, there's pick-me-shas out here that accept cheating for no money. So you tell me. There are women out here that have men that are cheating on them anyway, and they're not even paying no bills. So what do you think? You can accept cheating if you want to, but make sure you're also accepting more money. More money. Is it worth it? Are you gaining? Are you there for the right reason, which is for yourself? Then you're good. Remember, main character energy. Main character energy. And a lot of people don't realize what that means. That means you are the main character of your life, not some man. The man is the co-star or the supporting role. You the main character. Why are you in the relationship? For benefits as the main character. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So let me ask y'all a question. Okay, let me answer this real quick, and then I'm going to say something. A rich guy offered you $5K monthly allowance to move in with him and his girlfriend. I don't want to because he's crazy. Should I still continue? Girl, $5,000 and a girlfriend? No, to me, you can get one that gives you more without having to move in with a girlfriend. If you can get him, you can get another one. If that's not something that you are comfortable with or want to do, if you can get him, you can get another one with no girlfriend, or at least they gonna hide the girlfriend and you ain't got to see her. Least, come on now, sprinkle, sprinkle. Have some dignity, ma'am. All right. So find one that's gonna hide his girlfriend at least. All right. Or one without a girlfriend. If you can get him, you can get another one to give you the same or more without a girlfriend, or they will hide it. Okay. So what I was going to tell you, I forgot now. But okay, so I was talking about main character energy. I was talking about getting benefits from whoever you're with. Okay, money wise, yes. I'm trying to remember what I was going to say after that, but I totally forgot. But oh well. Yeah, focus on your goals, not them. They're not going to ever do right. They're not perfect, but they can stack your account. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I was going to ask y'all a question. Okay. What was I going to ask? I forgot. It'll come back to me. Emma, you don't have to do none of that to get money from a man. Just date an old man and they'll pay anyway just to be in your presence. A lot of women don't realize this, that dating doesn't mean sleeping with a man. If you think that dating means sleeping with a man, it's because you've been dating dusties and dating the wrong way. Okay? Dating means going out in public places and letting them spend money on you and getting to know them. That's all that means. And a lot of men can't get dates. And a lot of men want to impress dates by spending money to get further to relationship status or to something else. So you got to string them along, make them spend money, invest, and all that kind of stuff. A lot of women who are used to dating and thinking that it means sleeping with a man, it does not mean that. It means allowing someone to take you out, pay for, dinner or whatever activity that you're doing while getting to know each other. That's literally all it means. If you think it means something else and your definition is a little bit different, I'm sorry. That's what it means. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Date men who want to date and not jump into a relationship just to sleep with you. If they're trying to jump into a relationship, that's where your standards come in. You say, I don't enter into relationships unless I feel financially secure, safe, and I know the person, which means you got to pay these bills. It's going to take some time for me to get to know you, and you need to invest. That's what it means. If they want a deeper connection, it's going to take some investment. If not, move along, sir. And like I said, your target is very important. That means they're literally going to worship you. They're literally going to give you what you want to impress you, to even get to the next level. So choose the correct target. Currently working. Okay, you are. What other time do you suggest going out on the rich side of town, or does weekend work as well? Thank you, SheRaSeven. If you cannot get out during the week, you got to go early in the morning on the weekend. Early in the morning. Okay. Wherever you're going to go. Early in the morning, or to some type of club. Exclusive Richtivity club. Everybody else is going to be from the working class who also work 9 to 5, and it's going to be hard to find who has the real money. Okay, so up your chances by going to the rich side of town early in the morning, running your errands, walking through neighborhood parks, or parks in the rich area, community section. Go to the gym over there, go get your gas station over there, go to the grocery store over there, do all your errands on the nice side of town early in the morning on the weekend. Okay. If you join something over there where you're a member, most likely you're going to run into people that have money too. But you can't chance like wasting your time by going out when all the working class is out at the same time, trying to hurry up and get their stuff done before Sunday or before Monday. So you got to go early in the morning. Okay. Right on. Teach, empower. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Princess Hannah. Thank you, Shabani, for the super sticker. Thank y'all. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Fatima. Appreciate that. So yeah, early in the morning. Now, okay, I was going to go back to that comment about I don't like judging people. This is why I stopped doing consultations. Because I can say stuff in general and I can answer your question if you're asking for it. But I hate judging people because everybody's circumstance is different. And a lot of people don't know any better. A lot of people are desperate. A lot of people aren't there 100%, or a lot of people don't have their priorities in the correct order because they weren't raised the correct way. So it's not my job to judge people. That's why I stopped doing consultations, because in order to do a consultation, you literally have to judge people and tell them what they're doing is wrong and they need to do A, B, C, and D. And some people aren't ready for that, So I couldn't do it anymore. And like, I kind of feel bad for telling that one lady that you shouldn't be dating if you're still breastfeeding. I kind of feel bad for that because I judged her. And I feel like that's common sense. Put your priorities in the correct order. But see, that's why I stopped doing consultations, because I literally think children are to be focused on first. And once they get into school, then you can start dating. Then you can focus on yourself again. But we need to put them children first because they're learning from us. You don't want them to grow up wondering where mommy was or wondering why you put a man before them. That's all. So think of the children. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What made you get married? Should all women marry for the bag or stay single and be wealthy? Girlfriend. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Well, I was a stay-at-home girlfriend before I was married. Once you've been a stay-at-home girlfriend for so many years, the next step is naturally marriage. If you want to seal the deal, get on the deed and whatnot. I don't know. But it's literally the next step. If you don't want to marry, then stay the girlfriend. Back in the old days when I was young, it was just literally the next step. It's kind of like you feel a sense of authority. I would just say that. It's a whole nother level of authority being a wife. I don't know if that makes sense. It's a different feeling than being a girlfriend. I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's like everything is more amplified when you're the wife versus the girlfriend. It's like your word is more powerful as a wife than it is a girlfriend. Oh, beloved Josie, thank you, girl, for the super sticker. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's like you get more legal rights as a wife than you do a girlfriend. So it's kind of like a power move, but it's absolutely not necessary. But I wouldn't put all my eggs in one basket if you're not going to marry. Even if you do marry, don't put all your eggs in one basket. But definitely, if you not gonna marry, don't put your eggs in one basket. All right, sprinkle, sprinkle. That means don't totally depend on him. Have other options, and don't think you're finna spend the rest of your life as this person's girlfriend. Okay, because it's too easy to leave if they find a better one, because you ain't married. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. You said it's true in the hospital, the wife gets the priority. That's true. Pull the plug, don't pull the plug. Girlfriend can't say nothing. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. His debt becomes yours in marriage. Okay. And so does that insurance money and then that house and that deed. If you marry somebody in debt, then you need to have one on the side that ain't in debt. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You need to have a good life insurance policy or something, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Dang, and here I am, never been in a relationship. Well, I'm sure you'll be in one day. You said, but I'm not super religious. Marriage don't have nothing to do with religion. People get married outside of churches every day. I didn't get married in no church. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, you said go to a mega church if you look at what y'all talking about? You looking for a husband? You can still go to church and find a man, because most of them in there looking for women. It's not about religion anymore. Most of them men in there is worse than the ones in the street. Okay, they just go there to pay their tithes and offerings for forgiveness. You ever notice that? The worst ones be in the church. Yep. You said witches in church. You ain't never heard of Marie LeBeau? She used to go to church all the time. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Do you think me being 40 is too old? No, unless you look old. Then you need to date much older. You 40 and you look older than 40, you need to date like 60. You look younger than 40, you need to date like 55 and up still. That's how you're going to get the money. All right. You said, who? You said lots of thirsty men in church. Exactly. Mm-hmm. You said, if y'all so worried about y'all's money, don't get married then. I mean, I feel you. If you worried about money, don't get married. Date who you want to date. If you don't need to collect his and build yours and collect and spend his, then don't do it. If you could do it without marriage, great. I don't care. Do what's best for y'all. I really don't. What's ever best for your pockets, that's what you do. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Everybody got different experience. All right. How can you get him to spend because you first rejected him because I was wanting to give your address to send gift online dating? You should have had an Amazon wish list because they don't have to see your address to send gifts. But since you didn't know that, then I guess. Lie and make up a lie. Tell them you was going through some issues and you had just lost Aunt Ethel. Y'all know who Aunt Ethel is, the fake aunt that you use for excuses. I'm so sorry. I was going through a lot at that time and I didn't want to burden you with but my Aunt Ethel had just you know, passed, and I was just really triggered. I just wasn't ready. If I was still in mourning, or lie. Is there any way that we could start over? Aunt Ethel is your best secret weapon, ma'am. Your fake Aunt Ethel, the best. Can always change the name up. Okay. Okay. What are ways to know if you look younger or older for your age? Um, People will often mistake you as younger or older. So how do people address you? Do they think you're younger than what you are or older than what you are? Or do they think you're your age? A lot of times, if you look younger, people will often tell you that when they find out your real age. So I don't know. You just gotta pay close attention. Like when you tell people your age, they'll be like, "Oh, I thought you were younger. Really? Wow." If they don't say nothing, they didn't think you was younger. Or you can ask someone you don't know, "How old do you think I am?" The child. Actually, children are not the best judges of age because they think 20 is old. So ask a teenager. They're at least able to do a little bit better. Ask a teenager. They'll be more honest with you. Okay. You said that Louis bag ain't holding up, honey. You looking old. That's my little briefcase for my office, fam. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You can send me a new one if you got it like that. There's always a hater in there. Like, man, if you want a Louis, just say you want a Louis. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I keep my camera and my laptop in there to take to my office when I film from my office. Okay. Which probably costs more than that bag every month. But hey, do you will naturally ask men to buy things or just hint at it? I just hint at it. And if the hint ain't enough, then I tell them. Send them a whole link, a whole wish list, and tell them. That's what you got to do sometimes. I know. Like y'all's focus is a bag. Ma'am, I'm paying what that bag probably costs every month for an office I even barely even go to. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Exactly. Don't worry about them bags. That's my tote bag. It's literally a tote. Y'all know how y'all be carrying them canvas totes? That's what I carry. That's a tote. Okay. It's creepy when men think you're in high school, then try to get your number. Yeah, that is kind of creepy. But don't put nothing past man. They are creepy. That's why you got to get their money. He said, "How did you become a mortician?" I went to mortuary college. Got a degree in embalming science and funeral directing. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes. You say you dusties are so gross. Exactly. And okay, another reason why I stopped doing consultations. Let me tell y'all a secret. Some people, especially when I didn't charge a lot of money, some people were just being nosy. Okay. Some people just being nosy, or some people just asking questions that weren't even real just to be nosy. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I had to literally up my prices, eventually. But now I don't do them anymore because too many people are nosy. Like, if the consultation is to help you, you don't ask me any questions about myself. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So a lot of people were just being nosy. That's one of the reasons I also stopped doing consultations. A lot of people sometimes who could afford it were secret haters as well, you know. And a lot of times, it's sad that people will actually pay and be nosy that don't even like you. It's like you could have spent that money on improving your looks, bam. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And then sometimes when I'm on like Instagram or TikTok and I read some of the negative comments, it's so funny because I look at their picture and they be looking like who did it and why. Like I know why you mad. A lot of people don't realize that. If you don't have anything positive to say, you're just projecting. And we know you mad because you are lacking something within, self-confidence maybe. You know what I'm saying? So the ones that are always making the negative, like sly comments are the ones that are missing something within. And I always wonder why. Like, are you just walking around with a chip on your shoulder? Are you just walking around mad all the time? Are you just walking around because nobody, wants to spend no money on you or something? Like, what is it? Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's always somebody that just got to say something negative because their life is going so terrible. Well, let me tell you a secret. The more negativity that you put out, to people, the more that they're going to see you as an unhappy person. And the more people see you as an unhappy person, they're not going to want to include you in their life because all you're going to bring is unhappiness. So if you are insecure about yourself, if all you have are negative comments to make towards other women or other people who are just trying to help other people, nobody's going to take you seriously. Nobody. Because you don't even take yourself seriously enough to go find some business and improve upon yourself. So a lot of men also pay attention about how women talk about other women, how they respond to certain situations, how they respond to, certain things. And they say, okay, you are insecure. You have issues. You fear something is missing. You're diverting the attention away from whatever. So a lot of times people don't realize this, but when I used to do consultations, let me tell y'all, people that tend to point the finger, blame, and hate on other people, it's because there's something missing in their lives that they can't get, and they're mad at everybody. So I'm going to tell y'all how to get it. Focus on yourself. Put your priorities in the correct order. If you're going to hate on anybody, go look in the mirror and figure out what you're going to fix to become better tomorrow. That's it. That's all you can do because nobody cares what you think anyway. You're irrelevant. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Princess Hannah. You give all the keys to people to find their own answers. The magic is inside. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes. Thank you, Princess Hannah. That's the truth. All right. Blunt honest. Now, when you same age as man, 25 years old, but you look really younger than him, does he like it or not? Men don't care. As long as you don't look older than him. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. As long as you don't look older than them, I don't think they care. Okay. You said all women are beautiful, but some are just brainwashed. That's all. Oh, that's why they agree. So that's why they're so mad or unhappy. Yes, literally a lot of people were in their own way because of their brainwashed view. Their cultural or religious upbringing wouldn't let them get past themselves or their brainwashing. And so they couldn't take advice because they were stuck in a culture, in a system, in a brainwashed way of thinking that would not allow them to thrive as a woman. So a lot of times that was one of the problems that I faced when I did consultations. Some women just could not take my advice due to their culture, due to their religion, and due to the brainwashing of women to keep them in a certain position. They didn't understand that because they were brainwashed. So if you are doing a consultation for a woman who can't do anything that you suggest because they've been told that they're going to go to hell, or that, they're going to get disowned, what can you do? Direct them back to where they came from and tell them, hope they figure it out? That's why, another reason why I stopped doing consultations, because a lot of women don't realize their culture or their religion is literally a trap. Mm-hmm. And they weren't ready to understand that. So, okay. But I did actually help somebody in real life who was from a different culture and religion to understand their value and their worth, and for them to do what they want. And they freed themselves literally from a culture that was oppressive to women. They freed themselves in a similar fashion as a lot of women free themselves on 90 Day Fiance. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Girl, chaos. Provider wants you to move to another state and become his housewife, and you're only 20, and I'm not ready to. Girl, no, that sounds like a terrible plan. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Tell him no, but you can pay these bills. And it's like, no, I'm not thinking about moving at any time soon, but you can pay these bills. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's too young, and he's trying to move you away from everybody you know. That's a red flag, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Just keep collecting the money as long as you can from him. Deal with someone else, because that's too, like, what man wants to marry a 20-year-old? Think about that. Your brain ain't even finished developing, ma'am. No offense, but that's just the truth. Scientifically. The answer is no. Collect your money. Don't get married. Don't move. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, so I was telling the story about how I helped this. Okay, so I knew this girl. She was from the Muslim culture. In order for her to live her best life, she had to defy a couple of rules. And I was her emotional support and her, the voice in her ear. And she successfully became an independent woman, got married, and became a citizen. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And didn't have to listen to no more man tell her what to do. Yes, her family turned their back on her for a while, but then they came back around because they saw how dumb and stupid that was. All right. People will do anything to not allow you to live your best life in order to keep you under their thumb. Don't let them do it. You'll figure it out. They'll figure it out later. But once you get what you want, nobody can tell you nothing. Like Kanye said, okay? Wait till I get my money right. Then you can't tell me nothing, okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, you American citizen now? You ain't got to do what your uncle, brother, cousin tell you? You don't have to be escorted nowhere by no man? You can have your own? You got that citizenship? You can date who you want because you don't care? You free? Okay, great. You don't go to mosque anymore? Congratulations, ma'am. All right. You said, what did they stop her from doing? They stopped her from being a free person. Okay. They stopped her from having free will. That's what they were trying to stop her from doing. But she did what she wanted anyway. Okay. So I'll just give you one example. Like, one day she was crying. I'm like, girl, what's wrong? And she said, My uncle caught me smoking, and it's against our religion. And he slapped me and told me he was gonna tell all my family and disown me if I don't work at his store for 12 hours a day for $5 an hour. So he was literally exploiting her to work in his little convenience store for like 12 hours a day for like way under minimum wage, under the table. She ain't supposed to be working anyway. So she could have busted him illegally. And he caught her smoking. She wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? So I used to tell, girl, go get a job somewhere else and get paid under the table somewhere else and get more money. I was like, I was talking in her ear. She did the same thing. Then he got mad and told on her. Her family was mad because she wouldn't listen to the uncle. Girl, go find you a 90-day fiance, basically. Girl, get them papers. You ain't got to tell nobody nothing. I was the voice in her ear, and now she got what she wants. Because literally, some people are so brainwashed with their culture, with their religion, they don't know what to do. They're literally scared. Somebody got to tell them. And she was listening. She was like, "Okay, you right, you right, you right, you right." You said you hire immigrants. So yes, that's one of the reasons why like I stopped doing consultations, because some women don't want to listen and they don't understand that sometimes they got to break free sometime. Is it best to ask your potential for money through text or in person? He offered, but now I need help asking telling. Um, Both, ma'am. That way he knows it's important. Be like, I gotta, when we meet, I gotta talk to you about something. Don't tell him what it is. Then briefly mention that you're having an issue with something and then change the subject real quick, maybe in your text. Hmm. You said Western isn't the top know-it-all, Shira, but it does free you faster. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. You want to take the shortcut or the long route? It depends, Take the shortcut, get free fast. Take the long route, figure it out. Wait 20 years, whatever. I don't know what you want to do. I saw somebody that was being taken advantage of because of the culture that she's from. So I helped her. That's literally it. If somebody was forcing you to work 12 hours a day for $5 an hour and threatening to expose you to your family so they can disown you, what you gonna do? You gonna sit there and take it? No, you need somebody to tell you what you can go do. You need some help. You need somebody to say, girl, forget him. Go get you another job somewhere. Somebody pay somebody under the table and get your money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's what you need. That's what you need. Girl, go get you a man and pay him a couple of $100, $1,000 to marry you. Get your citizenship paper. That's what you need to hear. You don't need to hear, oh, you got to be faithful and obey your male elders and do whatever they say. You don't need to hear that. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. Okay? I'm going to tell you, look, do you want me to go cuss him out? I'm not in that culture. He can't call my mama. I cuss him out. What you want to see? I was literally that girl. I was like, you want me to go cuss him out for you? He can't do nothing to me. Want me to humiliate him? That's not my culture. That ain't my religion. I'll tell somebody something in a second. So, why did you pause hosting members only lives? Any plans to offer those again 2025? Some of us are really here to learn and the dusties take up space. Uh-oh, Lucy, sprinkle, sprinkle. A lot of those videos, and I didn't pause anything, I don't think. Are they available? I just haven't put any new ones out yet. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, maybe I will. We'll talk about it. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So yeah. Sometimes you need somebody to have your back when you don't know your power as a woman in America. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. You said your uncle is sinning, what? That uncle is sinning, even if she's smoking. He can't hit her, threat her, or force her to work. He can't force her to work ever. I know, but he was threatening to lie to her parents. So he was sinning. So what? Somebody need to help her. Okay, your uncle's back at home in the Middle East hate that they can't control you like they can your other cousins. I know that's right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I remember one time we were in this restaurant, and there was a group of ladies and guys, and of course they was probably Muslim. And the way that them dudes were talking to them girls, the way they were cussing them out and telling them to shut up and sit down and you got to do what I say. I was getting ready to get up there and tell them, oh my gosh, little PP syndrome on display. You know, it was sad. I would never convert my religion or switch cultures like that if a man was to dare have any type of authority over me. Uh-oh, you don't want no dusty dust. Okay, me neither, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I would look at him crazy and laugh in his face and go do what I want. What he gonna do? Sure, how can I look hot and mature instead of cute? I always get called cute or adorable no matter how much energy I put into my looks. I don't know, are you short? Because sometimes if you're smaller or short, some people just see you as cute. So I don't know how small you are. You might have to do like a little bit more dark feminine energy, more darker colors, reds and burgundies and sultry colors, darker. You know what I'm saying? Hmm. I don't care what religion you are. If you're mistreating women and doing them wrong, I'm gonna call you out. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I think I told y'all this story a while back on my YouTube. Like I saw another man in a parking lot talking to this girl, and she was pregnant. I guess that was the baby daddy, and he was like yelling at her and just like walking up on her, right? So it looked like something was going to happen. So I circled around the parking lot a couple times and let them know that somebody was watching. And then he backed off as soon as he seen a car. So I don't care what religion you are, what race you are, where you from. If I see a woman being mistreated, I'm gonna help her if I can, because some of y'all don't realize that some of these men just have little PP syndrome, or they can't control you no more, so now they mad. Go control some money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. You said you had to do that, you honk. All right, see? You said some men, the second a woman get pregnant, a man show his true colors. And then they regret it later on when they on child support. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said nobody's scared of you, but y'all scared of that cell phone dialing 9-1. Okay. Y'all start to take off after that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Hey, Shira, hey. Why, if your boyfriend went to strip club, how am I supposed to deal with my feelings? Go to a male strip club. I mean, even though they all gay, most of them women strippers is lesbians too, or what he gonna do? Most, I don't know, like go to the male strip club. Go get you a sugar daddy. I mean, there's lots of ways to deal with stuff. Thank you, Anna. When you're done with your boyfriend, you want to date a rich politician. Any tips on where to find those kind of men? In the capital cities? Go to your state capital. In the capital cities, that's where you're gonna find them, bam, sprinkle, sprinkle. That's where you're gonna find a lot of them. If you don't live in a capital city, then a lot of people run for office that are lawyers, real estate developers, or people that are activists in their community. So just look online, join the Rotary Club. You'll meet a lot of people that are politicians. If you join a Rotary Club, they have weekly meetings and happy hours and like annual fundraisers and politicians and all. You'll meet a lot of them. Just join one of them. That's how you're gonna meet them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Local elections coming up. Go to those meetings. Yes, volunteer to one of the people that are running. Volunteer for their campaign. Whatever. You said women in the strip club only care about the bag, not your man. Exactly. He just there looking. Honestly, this is why you shouldn't date men your own age, because y'all care too much. Who cares? Men go to the strip club. Women go get sugar daddies. It don't matter. How to get someone to buy you a car. Make sure they like you way more and ask them. At least they'll put a down payment on it. They gotta like you a lot though. They gotta invest in you. They gotta want you around. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Find the correct target. Find the correct target. Get you an old man. Got a little change. Got a little savings. Got career or retired or something. You'll put that down payment on there and pay that. Nope. Okay. You said very true. You're 5'2" and always called cute. Yeah. Yeah, I think it has to do with your height and how smaller you are is cute versus whatever. Sure, advice helped you turn baby daddy into a provider. He pay all bills. Should I wait till the baby is grown to seek marriage? He's 33. You're 33. He's 41. No, the faster you get married, the better. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. If you're in that situation, like, do he got real money though? If he has decent money, the faster the better. You don't want to wait too long. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said BD stands for broke dusty. Y'all silly. You're glad we all recognize it. Okay, yeah, Angel. He's in his feminine era. Okay. What is a Rotary Club? Girl, that's what Google is for. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you're gonna join one on the rich side of town. Join one in the rich zip code, okay? Okay. I signed up for a Rotary Club like years ago, just so I could have more information and help you guys. And in my email, I get invitations to stuff all the time. Galas, fundraisers, public speakers, politicians publicly speaking, authors, happy hours. You know what I'm saying? I don't go to them because, I ain't got time for all that. But for you ladies out there, I went and did the research for you just to see what comes up. Join your Rotary Club. You'll meet a lot of people that are active in their community, politicians, authors, lawyers, people of a certain age that get together monthly and weekly, do fundraisers and galas. You just be right in there. I still get them invitations. So, and make sure you're joining the Rotary Club on the wealthy side of town, not unless you live on the wealthy side of town already. Join that too. Okay. There are websites you can look on, the little galleries and the pictures and stuff that the Rotary Club does. You can see how they dress. You can see the type of men that are there. A lot of them have Facebook or Instagrams. Go do your research. That's what the internet is for. It's not to sit there and scroll and look at people's BBLs and see who your man clicking like on. It's to do your research to get this money. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Go to any convention, man. There's going to be all types of people everywhere. Get the money. I remember when I used to be a mortician, they used to have an annual funeral directors gala party or whatever. And all the funeral directors from that city or that area would go. It was like a convention or like a little party annual party that they would throw. And a lot of people that weren't even funeral directors or in the business would show up there, them little gold diggers or whatnot. So like you could get in where you fit in, man. They got all types of conventions and galas and parties and fundraisers and all that kind of stuff. Just go. Okay, get on there and do your research so you don't have to ask where to meet wealthy men at. You gotta do your research. And back in the old days, before they had the internet, we used to get the phone book out. Here, I'm old. We used to get that phone book out. Be flipping through, got a little pen or highlighter, like, ooh, you look rich. That's a nice, okay, that's the owner. Okay, because sometimes like they be putting their picture in there too. Owner. Then you go walk up to the place with the address is in there. You act stupid and play dumb, like, we got money. Even looked up his business. You see who the owner look like. You go in there, play dumb. Now you got a date with the owner. Literally, that is it. Now y'all have the internet. Y'all can do so much more. We literally had to get a phone book. We didn't even have navigation unless you had like a certain type of vehicle. We had to like call and get directions before we went and write them down. And hope that we wrote it down right. And hope that there was no construction. All right. Y'all got it too easy now. And y'all still asking questions. No. Do your research online and get this money. It's too easy now. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, do you have a maid? Yeah, all you got to do is tell him that you ain't finna cook and clean and he better hire somebody. Or he going to do the cooking and the cleaning, sprinkle, sprinkle. Get you a cleaning service. Okay, you're on the Rotary Club website right now, going to happy hour next month. Okay, see, ma'am, sprinkle, sprinkle. That's all you got to do. That easy. You in now. You said MapQuest. Phone books and taxis is the same. Exactly, y'all. Like, especially if you didn't have no car. It's too easy now to get where the money resides. You said, do I recommend any Rotary clubs? The one on the rich side of town? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all know how to find the one on the rich side of town? You go to Google, you type in richest zip code, then you get that zip code, and then you type in Rotary Club in, and then you put that zip code. They're going to pop up, then you click on it, and you join. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Do I suggest living together before marriage? I can't imagine not living together before marriage. Why? Because I don't want no surprises. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You say you can't believe she got to tell us how to use Google. I think some of y'all forgot or don't never use it and needs a refresher. I don't know. If you don't want to join the Rotary Club, here's another way. Type in the name of your city and then type in events and then type in whatever type of event you're looking for. Conventions, galas, fundraisers, whatever. And then all the events for that month or some upcoming months are going to come up. You can buy tickets in advance and then just go. Join your local museum newsletter. Donate to some type of heritage society or museum or something. And they will always send you emails with events, galas, gatherings, happy hours. Okay. Even if it's for a low amount, you can do an annual donation every year to like a historical society, a heritage society, an animal, whatever. So if you donate charity, you're always going to get them newsletters on where they're having their next gala event or whatever, and you can just go. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What advice would I give to younger ladies? Think for your future. Don't go for looks. Go for money. All right. Think for your future. Don't lay down with nothing broke. Don't get pregnant. Go for money. That's advice I'm going to give anybody. Is this Shira's page? Is y'all really live? Yes, ma'am. Click subscribe. How y'all doing? If you ain't subscribed, what you doing? Y'all better hit subscribe before I get mad. Touch up my makeup. Do I suggest Rotary Club or Rotary Act? Rotaract. I don't even know what the Rotaract is. I never heard of that. I don't know. Try them both. See which one is best. I don't know. You said money, not everything. It's not everything, but you need it. I wouldn't date a man without it. Sprinkle. All right. It ain't everything, but you shouldn't be dated if he ain't got it. All right. Hygiene isn't everything either. Neither are manners, but it's helpful. It makes people want to stick around a little longer. Okay. You said, but everyone needs it. I know, right? Whenever you hear money isn't everything, you already know he ain't got it. Okay. You say you want to work, but you still want your man to give you money? Okay. Well, when you work, put your money in your savings and ask him for money and spend his money. Don't spend yours. It's that easy. Okay. Okay, I'm putting you in timeout because you obviously got a hearing problem. Sprinkle. How do you find a man with money in college? Well, if you're old enough, go out. Unless you're looking for somebody that has a trust fund that's in college as well, you got to go out. You got to find them on the outside because they ain't gonna be on the campus unless they got a trust fund or their parents, got some money. Ike said women lose when they get pregnant. This one too easy, Ike. This one too easy. You really just said that. Guess what I'm finna say? Y'all type it in the comments. Y'all predict what I would have told Ike. His comment says women lose when they get pregnant. Y'all type in what y'all think I would have said. Just to see if y'all know me. Okay, Jaws Rue. That one was too easy. I can't even talk. His mama lost. That I couldn't even get you, Ike, because it was too easy. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Someone said they lose when they get pregnant by you. Okay, that was a good one. Anyway. Oh my goodness, these are getting a little vulgar. You said, how can you meet a rich man? You are always home and at work. You gotta make the time, ma'am. You can't meet somebody if you're always working and at home. Go out. Go out. Like, I don't know, do you have kids? Why do you gotta be at home right after work? You got kids? You ain't got no kids. You ain't got to go home after work. You could go to happy hour. You could go to one of the Rotary Club meetings. You can go to the gym on the rich side of town. Like, if you don't have them kids in the house at home, especially if they're not super young, you could go somewhere after work or before work or at lunch. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you have kids also. If you ain't got no kids, you ain't got to go home after work. Or I don't know what time your schedule is, but there's time for you. Take a personal day off, do something, because a lot of times people don't make their personal life a priority, and then it suffers because they're in survival mode. Sometimes you gotta like take some time so that you can have a chance of meeting people or getting somewhere or putting yourself in certain environments and positions to where you can get out of survival mode faster. Okay. All right, I gotta go in a few minutes. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. You said the average monthly child support in North America is under $800. Okay. That's why you should get married. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What small gifts to get a full provider so he feels appreciated, but only to keep him providing? Um, lip balm, lotion, grooming items. Look, I got my sprinkle lip balm. These aren't for sale, but get him a little lip balm, a little lotion. Go to the Dollar Tree, make him a little Dollar Tree gift basket. You could put some lip balm in there, some lotion, some socks, a book. They even sell books from like Books A Million in the Dollar Tree now. They just be cheap. Make them a little gift basket from the Dollar Tree. I tell y'all this all the time. A photo of you. Get you one of them Dollar Tree picture frame. Stick your picture in there. It's very thoughtful, and he'll have no idea it was less than $10. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Somebody said draw him a pic. Put a little bow on it. He'll think it was like, very thoughtful of you to spend $10. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Dusty repellent. All right, so yeah. Ladies, Get out of the habit of being a giver. Be a receiver. When you are in a new relationship with a man, you want to set the tone as the receiver, not the giver. It's not like dating a Dusty. When you finally find a provider, stop trying to give them gifts right away. Stop trying to do nice things for them. They are the man they're supposed to chase and impress. That's not a Dusty. You ain't got to buy his love or attention or affection in order to be with you. You are no longer a pygmisha if you are looking for providers. Get out of being the giver. Now, if it's a holiday or their birthday or they've done so much, Dollar Tree gift basket. That's it. And that's way down the line. Like weeks and months down the line. Not right away. You could give them compliments. But that's about it. Until they are understanding their role as the giver and you are the receiver. Don't confuse them in the beginning. You said, can you reverse that? Yeah, if you're a Dusty and you can find a good old pygmisha. That's what I talk about all the time. Dusties know how to deal with pygmisha. They just tell her she's beautiful. Put their arms around her as soon as they get to the register, and she gonna pay for stuff. Okay? But y'all already know that. Go find you a pygmisha, somebody that desperately wants you. They'll do what you need them to do. Okay. Mm-hmm. You said Dollar Tree store it is. Okay. $1.25 now for real. Oh, Russell, sprinkle. The register hug is real. Okay, thank you, sprinkle. What's that? I appreciate it. Russell in the house. Y'all say hi to Russell. Y'all go subscribe to his YouTube. Russell Hartley. I know he's on Instagram too and TikTok. Sprinkle. Okay, don't think she can see my chat. I can see him. Sprinkle. Where you been? I know where you been. Fighting them fires. Sprinkle. Well, we're glad you're safe, Russell. No, they were asking about you. Like a couple of days ago, they've been asking about you, Russell. Chicken on you. Sprinkle. When it's time to pay, usually Dusty is hugging. Oh, the register hug. Okay, I get it now. I just said it. Okay. When the broke dude stands behind his girlfriend who is paying. Okay, sprinkle. Thank you, Russell. Yes, the register hug is the dustiest hug ever. When it's the reverse, when the man is paying, the women ain't hugging on the man. She rubbing on the man. Rubbing on his back. Grabbing on his booty if he has one, or she's attracted to her. She be rubbing on his back, holding his hand. It's different when the man is paying. The register hug is the closest type of affection that woman is going to get in public. Sprinkle. Thank you, Russell. Yeah. So thank you, Russell, for being so kind and generous. We know y'all are having a tough time out there in LA. I seen your posts. People terrible, setting fires and stuff. They need to be them dusties out there setting fires because they ain't got nothing. That's just messed up. Y'all dusty, stop doing that. We know it's dust. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Every time Russell appears, Ike and David go silent. Them Dusties. Yeah, I wonder why that is anyway. Mm-mm-mm. You said, Russell, it's hilarious. You watch his channel, Kelly. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle, yash. Go subscribe to his channel. He goes live and uploads on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Russell Hartley. Yeah. Okay. He tells y'all how to get a bag too from the male perspective. Yes, ladies. Y'all should know. You subscribed? Okay. You had register hugs years ago paying for a Dusty groceries. Oh my gosh. You pay for a Dusty's groceries? No. Well, you know what? That was then and this is now. You ain't doing that no more, are you? Mm-mm. There are people acting like firefighters and robbing. Girl, it's crazy. I don't. I'm sad because a lot of people, lost a lot of stuff, and like a lot of people are doing bad things and not helping the matter. It's just terrible. Like, find some business. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. You said, when are we gonna do a collab again? I don't know. Maybe soon. Maybe we don't know. Mm-hmm. I don't know if we did another collab. What should we speak on? I don't know. Put y'all's info in the comments. We'll see. But yeah, I gotta go, y'all. But thank y'all so much. Thanks, Russell, for donations, and thank y'all so much for y'all's super chats as well. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I gotta go. But y'all, remember, keep your standards high. Main character energy. Stay dust free. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Oh, also, if you are trying to, ask me a question and you want more privacy, I have a Patreon. If you join tier 2 and up, you can message me and ask me a question. Don't write me no paragraph. Write me like a few sentences. And I'll answer your question on there. If you join tier 2 and up, you're able to message me directly and I'll answer you back within a day or two. So there's the link. I put it there. It's also in the description bar. So I'll see y'all soon. Bye.